Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning that perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a... Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. It's just, well... Karen showed me something.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not...
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy for...
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop... Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons, and he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourites. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dallamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric.
I appreciate the warning.
Sid, reckon you...
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting. The problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
I would have gone myself, but...
All right.
Thank you,
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto, maybe listen. A little. Listen. I've some bad news, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to them, you get Clive to come to you. You know, he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought, well...
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And what?
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of...
We have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging, but besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this...
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece. A little something Sid and I set aside for... And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies.
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yeah.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No. I don't.
How are you doing? I'm sorry to drag you, it's just... Quick look. Always something in there.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Gone. The whole mother crystal, gone.
Back again, are you?
What are we gonna do?
Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
Here.
Could have just been a tremor.
Listen, I've got this theory. The fallen, I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff.
My reputation will be ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you. before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed.
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult time.
Radim!
Very good. Would you mind
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among this. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant.
Ah, you know, lady?
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to...
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. I don't suppose you saw...
I did not, no. Though every...
And that's where I'm headed.
I shall speak to Lord...
That will be very...
Farewell.
Run like the wind.
Time to fight.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! Garuda!
Nice try. This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable... Well, Wyvern, Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience.
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering...
Oh, Karen drove me hard. It was made in the Outer Isles and is used exclusively by the practitioners. They believe no combat should. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal...
But how do they hone such an edge?
Why, they use whetstones. But it is the final a mineral, and that... Wyvern, it occurs to me that take this, the very stone, and a fire.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion.
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival. I am one.
And there are many other collect.
Too many to count, and is a perennial thorn in my...
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may I... Redeem! We must...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Bart now. Let's see what Blackthorn make.
They're saying Drake's Fang is gone.
Clive!
I wasn't expecting, but it seems we still owe you a And though I doubt it's what you were expecting,
A star, Ruby? It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If we're... Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it?
Something like that.
Same as back when the place probably knew that without his strong arm, and Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but and when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement. I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
Run like the wind.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy. Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I can walk from here. Come on. Be safe.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more... than this, he can fetch it himself.
There's talk.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Gifts? Oh, my.
Otto asked me to settle the hideaway's debt and to...
I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to have you. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear an ill habit, given...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right. No, now we know what you're after. I can see about...
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tom.
I was just on my way. Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree.
You learned something about...
I did better. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on it. One hit and all. Might not be so bad if all... Good luck on the battlefield.
Even so?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel. But there'd be no replacing this little... I reckon we get swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah. No point trying to copy that thing. But finishing our blades with a whetstone, and what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will just...
I'll be working day and nights... Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
He'll be happy to hear you say...
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when you've got...
All right.
Back, are you? So, what'll it be? And?
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. You're a gent, Sid. Right then, let's get this contraption up. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic.
Very impressive. There's...
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
Well, thought we might use it to breathe new life into...
Well...
That's the spirit. Well...
It's certainly...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavours. Without... And I'm telling you, there's plenty.
I think Mid might need some help.
Good. So Lady...
But she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Stark. Were you able to...
We were indeed, Lawsman.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your...
Ah. But that reminds me. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh. Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaways, but those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Cid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then?
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Cid ever used. Either.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him. How long did you know Cid?
Before he died. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. Which is where I met him. He bought passage to... forget where. We set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Cid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was... before fate stepped in. And said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me. Him. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the end. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised all done?
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
And what can I do for you? You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
All right, Clive? Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put on. No excuses now, though.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. Obelith.
Yep. In a boat. You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the... Got some light, but anyway, I was got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I...
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva, well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Just like when we built this place. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
already, Karen. What a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
He cracked the crystal too?
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to
Really?
Oh, aye.
I take it there's danger.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's... Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You see...
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our...
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. Well, the chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll...
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them...
You've clearly got a fine head on them.
We're lucky now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee.
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
You'll be doing Bocklad a favor if you can clear out the pass.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot! We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
We need to find a way into Drake's tail. And we will.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Nid told me she was building a ship.
And how may I assist you today? What is it that you wish to learn? Study it well, Clive. Very good.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Come on.
Yeah!
Holding back. Time to fight. Straight home now.
There was a time this path was guarded day and night by Lord Kupka's men.
wins!
Let's go. You deserve a rest. Come on.
Be safe.
Company.
Titan!
Too slow.
Titan!
Over here! Local! Local! here.
Titan!
This must have been a fishing village before everyone left. try.
Ready, go? Faster!
Of a monster, twice as tall as Titan himself, cracked the fang open like it was a...
playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine. It's over. And then there was one. That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Get it, boy!
Where would I be without you?
Fly, Ambrosia!
back.
Garuda!
Peace at last. Good girl.
road is closed. Turn back.
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the... way you came.
Careful.
Come on. This won't be easy. Thanks, Gal.
Get him! Get him! Go for it! This one! Over here! This one! Get him! Over here!
Faster!
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for their siege to end. Run like the wind!
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting through.
Fly, Ambrosia! straight home now.
Boy, headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? Good deal.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Turf for hire.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post haste.
I am hurrying.
Bloody crimson caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing that. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Lateney's Cleft, you just pass.
And why is that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstandings. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area, and the merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's where. Now, the brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour, and when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Bogclad?
I suppose you're right. Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear.
Really wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
Drake's Fang's fallen, would you believe it? No wonder everyone's taken to the road.
That's not all.
Rivals had brought any coin.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. Many thanks. You've a discerning eye. May Gilbert smile upon you.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me.
What do you think, girl? Is it time we took to the Crystal Lane?